Hi, beautiful souls. Today I'm sharing a little light on stagnation, why you may find that you are finding bumps in your road, and what you might choose to embrace in moving forwards. When we hit bumps, when we find we are in a place where things aren't moving forwards as we would like them to, what it means is that we have decided to refrain, for whatever reason, from receiving more light levels. So we have dampened down our progress. We have put ourselves, our human has put ourselves in that position to, I don't know, take a moment out to just slow the process and the progress down. You see, when you're allowing yourself to move with the flow and to receive the maximum amount of light levels in each moment and keep embracing that and expanding with that, then grace is your path. The path is smoother and more silken, and there is less resistance because you have allowed yourself to move with the tide. But when you find that, for instance, you may moving along very nicely and you're ascending in a beautiful organic way, and then you might hit some bumps. But what you might have done is you might have placed your focused attention in an area where your attention is no longer required. I say required, it was never required there in the first place, but it's you put your focused attention in an area where it's not for you to be. Your frequency's higher now, so when you put yourself in your focused attention in a place where the frequency is much lower, you will hit a bump because that's no good for your light levels. So it's so addictive, so much of the way that humanity or the humans are living their lives. But with the televisions and the radios and the fast foods and the alcoholic beverages and all of the things that are there that are supposedly to make life easier, but actually take you away from your humanity. They stop you from rising. One of the ways that we can liken this process in terms of, like, say, your career, you might have like a career, and there's a natural progression, isn't there, when you're in a career that you've been in, that you first of all you may be doing this, and then you move up, and then you do this, and each time you get paid a little bit more, and you maybe receive a bit more responsibility, and so you always feel like you're progressing, and then that makes you feel better, and you feel as if you are part of the collective, in the sense that you feel valued. Now, with your ascension, there is a similarity in the sense that it's not about value, because we're all beautiful sovereign beings here, but there is this point that as you move along, you naturally are progressing, you are expanding, and you must keep allowing that in, because that's the natural course. The natural course is to keep expanding, to keep allowing more light in. So when you suppress that and you put yourself into a position where what we might call stagnation, but it's really that you're descending, so you're like this, like going up and down, like watching jellyfish in one of those tanks, where people put jellyfish in tanks for some strange reason, and how they go up and down. Well, this is what it's like. So you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. The best way, and it takes practice, because when you are living and existing from the fourth dimension, then it's like a bridge between the two places. You access and then you close doors, and you access and then you close doors. Closed doors is a sort of a metaphor, but this is how it is kind of like. But when you allow yourself the grace and the harmony to keep allowing the light in, like, okay, eat light, hold more light. Being light, what does to be light mean? What does be light mean to me? How can I allow more light to enter me? What am I wearing on my body? What am I listening to? What's around me on the walls in my home? What am I seeing without actually realizing it? Where am I placing my awareness? When you're really interested in something, then your awareness will go there first, and that's where you'll expand from. So if there's something that's particularly interesting to you, your awareness tends to go there first, and then it expands from there. And then it keeps going and keeps growing, and then you see other areas, and you arrive to a point where your light levels at such a lovely level, like you keep getting lighter and lighter and lighter, that you no longer want to experience the pain and the disharmony and the discord that comes with suppressing your light, descending, and what in human terms may be considered stagnation. So my share today is for you to consider. I invite you to feel into and to meditate upon your light levels, and whether you have been allowing yourself to descend and to stagnate. There's no wrong or there's no right to this, okay? So like, there's nothing wrong with if you decide you want to descend for a bit, because it's just all everything is perfect as it is. There is no wrongs or rights, okay? It's down to each being. Obviously, as the collective rises, it makes it easier for each being within the collective to rise too. I'm just sharing what I'm finding is that when I consciously and deliberately intend to eat lighter, to focus my awareness on lighter ways of being, to focus into nature, to receive my light codes and my wisdom from my heart space within nature, with like a pure space, I find that my life is much smoother. When I put my focus into places, or listen to things, or view things, or eat things, or drink things, and when I don't drink alcohol, but if I say, I don't know, something that isn't appropriate for my body, then what happens is that it takes me a little bit off course, and that could be considered like stagnation. And at this point, I just really want to embrace as much light as possible, because I want to feel that grace. I love feeling that grace. I love feeling that smoothness to the path. And there are times when things are uncomfortable as we go through this journey, and you can't necessarily avoid them. So you want to make sure that you give yourself as much grace as possible to handle the situations that may come up for your focus, and for you to shine light there. Thank you for watching. My name is Zaza. If you like this video, share it, subscribe, comment if you feel called to do so. Peace. Thank you.